I used to limit myself a lot, a whole lot. So I am still working on it. You'll find me limiting myself, saying things like, oh, I can't collaborate with other creators. I can't feature other people on my contents because, oh, I don't have a creative studio, or I don't have enough equipment, or, oh, I don't want to bother this person. I passed on certain jobs that could have earned me a lot because, oh, I might not have time to create content, or, oh, I may not have time to do my side business, or this one is not in line with what I really want to do. I was always not doing something because of the fear of something. The funny thing about all of this is that the things I feared were not things I could even picture clearly. I did not know what exactly I was scared of. Okay, why can't you take this job? Oh, I can't, I don't see how I can manage my time. Oh my God, have you tried? No, you've not tried, but you just can't see how. I didn't know what I was scared of. I was just scared of it. Imagine. All these limitations, things that I hindered myself from doing because, oh, I was scared of something. This cost me a lot of opportunities. There are so many things that a person would miss just by limiting themselves. So, hence the reason why I am making this video. I don't want you to miss out on life-changing opportunities just because, oh, I may not be able to do this because, oh, I don't want to do this because all those self-limitations that we impose on ourselves. Hi, I'm Annie, and today I'm going to talk to you about ways that you can overcome self-limitation. How do you overcome those thoughts or things that you say to yourself that actually hinder you and should not be hindering you and would cost you a lot of opportunities? The first thing that you should do is to identify the root of the limitation. What's causing you to limit yourself? There are some underlying factors that actually cause you to feel like you don't want to do something, or you can't do something, or you will not go for something. The underlying factor could be anything from fear. It is most likely fear. You're always anxious about what you cannot even see. You're always afraid that, oh, if you do this, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if it turns out the way? What if it actually goes well? That's the question you should ask yourself. What if it actually goes well? So fear can be a very big hindrance. When you're always too afraid, it causes you to limit yourself. So for fear, you have to think about what's the worst that could happen. Like if I actually jump into this ditch, what's the worst that could happen? Don't jump into a ditch, of course. Like if I actually start this business, what's the worst that could happen? If I ask for a favor, what's the worst that could happen? So always think about the worst that could happen when you're afraid, when you find that you're too afraid of people, of things, of situation, of things that you cannot even see or clearly imagine. Another factor that could cause self-limitation is the scarcity mindset. Yes. In a subsequent video, I don't know when, I'm going to talk about how to overcome scarcity mindset, because that one is a huge barrier on its own, and it will cost you a lot of opportunities. It will make you think that you don't have those opportunities, and it will cost you those opportunities that you don't even think that you have. That was a mouthful. So scarcity mindset makes you unable to envision something better for yourself because you believe that what you see is all that you can get. So it will prevent you from doing a lot. It will even prevent you from giving to yourself and giving to other people. I've talked a little bit about this in a video I made concerning how to stop being stingy. Yes, scarcity mindset causes a lot of negative things. So yeah, another root factor could be scarcity mindset. Another factor that could cause self-limitation is that you're too comfortable. You don't want to see more for yourself, or you believe that all that you are and all that you have is all that there is. You are even blinded towards whatever could be better or whatever could be more, or new ways of doing things. You just don't want you don't want to know. You are very comfortable where you are, and comfort zone sometimes can be a killer because you will never know the extent to which you can go if you remain in your comfort zone. So now we're going to move into ways that we can deal with these causes that I've identified: fear, scarcity mindset, or comfort. You're too comfortable. The first thing that you can do is to challenge yourself to do things that you've never done before. So when you challenge yourself to do things that you've never done before, it can help you alleviate the fear. If your self-limitation is caused by fear, when you decide that, okay, I've never done this before, I want to do it, I want to do something new, it can help you overcome the fear. The fact that you did it once and nothing happened to you alone is a motivation for the next time that you want to do something. Think of new things that you can do and think of new ways that you can do the things that you used to do before. Maybe you've been trying some business strategies and they've not been working, or maybe they are working but it's not, it's just working. How about you try something new? Just implement something new and see where that goes. See how much more that you can accomplish from just doing something new. So you can learn new skills that can open new doors of opportunities. You can travel, you can read, or study people, go to places, meet new people, just do things that, if there is something that you ever think that you cannot do because blah, 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 because, oh, I don't know, because this is going to happen, that should be your next project. Yeah. So maybe you have not started that business because, oh, what if it doesn't work out? Or what if I don't understand the business? Oh, just try it. That should be your next project. Start that business. What if you've not traveled to where you want to travel to because you are scared of starting a new life, or you're scared of being alone, or you're scared of what the future might hold for you? That should be your next project. Work towards traveling. Yes. So your disposition should always be, let it come, I'll figure it out. I can handle everything together. What's the worst that could happen? So if you're like me and you're fearing that, oh, I cannot take this full-time job because, oh, I might not have time for the other things that I do. How about take the job first? Take the job with the disposition that, oh, I'm going to be able to handle it. I'll handle everything together. And if I can't, I'll figure something out. Just take it, because if you don't have a sustainable income, and then you're putting away things that can actually give you that income, because you're scared that maybe the other things that are not fetching you as much will suffer. My sister or my brother, please let it come. Let the job come first. Don't discard opportunities because, oh, you don't know how it's going to affect this, that. It's not. Let it come. You can handle it. Okay? The second thing you can do to deal with these causes is to surround yourself and your mind with positivity. What are you filling the space of your mind with? Who are the kinds of people that you surround yourself with? What kind of environment do you place yourself in all the time? How are these things feeding into your mindset? There are some people that you just look at them and you're automatically just challenged to do better for yourself. These are the kinds of people that you want to be surrounding yourself with, because you will be more challenged to rise up from what you're doing. For example, if the cause of your self-limitation is that you're too comfortable where you are, when you see people that are doing great things, you're filling your mind with stories of things that can actually be possible for you. You are automatically challenged, unless you don't want to be challenged. So when you see that it's already possible in another person's life, or you fill the space of your mind with inputs that would make you see reasons why things are possible, then the self-limitation would actually reduce. The third way to deal with the causes of self-limitation is to grow thick skin. You have to grow thick skin, because sometimes self-limitation can come from what you hear from other people. Because somebody said something negative, maybe to you or indirectly, then you just automatically filter out the possibility of some things ever happening for you. Similar to the previous point, you want to surround yourself with positivity. You don't want to surround yourself with people that will be saying things like, this country can never be great, this business can never work, this opportunity you're chasing can never come to pass. You don't want to surround yourself with such kind of negativity. And by thick skin, I mean you shouldn't let what people say easily get to you. For example, you're starting a business, or you're starting a course, or you're learning a skill, and then all a person does is to just talk down on whatever you're doing and just try to make you see ways that it will never work for you. Don't let it get to you. Oh my God, let them talk. Thick skin, baby. Thick skin. Thick skin. So whatever they feel about something, or whatever they feel about a situation, or whatever prediction they have, it is their business. There's no way you're actually going to achieve much if you always listen to what people say. I know some people that actually care so much about what people say, and I keep telling them, if only you stopped listening to people, if only you stopped imagining what people would think, I'm very, very sure that there are some opportunities that you would not have missed. And I'm so sure that there are opportunities you've missed because of this kind of mindset. Before you make any move, or if we're having a discussion, the next thing you hear is, what will these people say? Who are these people? So the first question is, do people actually care to that extent? Are they actually looking at your life like that? People actually care about their own selves. They are minding their own business. They are most likely trying to find ways to make their lives better. And all you can think of when you want to do something, when you want to make a move, is, what will people say? People will now be saying, that should not be your business. That is an alpha self-limiter or self-limited. This particular point actually pains me a lot, because I know that there are so many people, so many potentials that have been lost, so many opportunities that have been passed on because, what will people say about this? Who are these people, for God's sake? There is no people. The disposition you should have in your mind is, there is nobody, there is no people, there is only God, there is only me. Okay? If I make this move, if I start this business, what will people say? They will start thinking I am. Long as it's legit, why should you care about what people... Before I get too pained, let's move on to the next point. The fourth way we can deal with the causes of self-limitation is to practice positive self-talk. You need to deal with that voice that's telling you that you can't, that you can. So whenever a thought rises up, maybe there is an opportunity that you could take up, and then there is something saying, this one, I don't think I can do it though. Immediately tell yourself, I can and I will, okay? I can and I will. If you look at it closely, there is no reason why you can't. And what reason could there be that is so impossible? Maybe you can't right now because you just haven't found a way yet. But if you tell yourself that you can, best believe that you're on your way to finding a way to get it done. So don't start with, I can, or I don't have the resources, or this one is hard though, I cannot do it, or I don't have the money to do it. When you already limit yourself by saying things like that, you've already cancelled the possibility of it ever happening, because once you tell yourself that, I don't have it, or I can't, how would you then proceed to start finding a way to make it possible? Don't channel your mind to first respond by saying I can't or I don't have. Channel it to always say I can, this is possible, I will. Because it is possible. It is. And even if you cannot do it by yourself, you can always outsource. On positive self-talk, you can practice affirmations. Affirmations are very, very good. I have my daily affirmations for different types of things: finance, business, personal, my actions, everything. So once you keep repeating this to yourself, it starts working in your mind. Your brain starts to live by it. It becomes your reality some way, somehow. So positive self-talk. Don't use negative words on yourself, because that's very, very self-limiting. Okay? Now, the last and the most important way to deal with the causes of self-limitation is to pray for God-sized vision and the ability to run with it. Yes. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. We need to commit our minds and the things that we pursue to God's hand. We need to let Him show us what to even pursue in the first place, as opposed to just putting our minds on just superficial things. For example, if you are self-limited by being too comfortable, somehow you just think that whatever is happening in your life is what's supposed to happen. It go be, finish. Or maybe you would even be afraid to pursue things because you've not committed your desires to God. It is also counterproductive when we try to box God in our own cage of desires. For example, maybe you are telling God that, this is the business I want to run. This is the only thing I can do in this life. You are putting God in a box, and it will prevent you from seeing the bigger picture. Let Him show us a better way around. It's because He's our source. In the end, our desires, our ways may look so big to us, but they are nothing. They are nothing compared to what God can show us if we let Him. So don't impose some limitations. The greatest thing I can do in this life is to travel. The greatest thing I can do in this life is to help people. Okay, so that is us limiting ourselves. God always has a bigger picture. He always has a better way to go about things. So you might be trusting your own resources, you might be trusting in your own what you're thinking, you might be trusting the things that you know, you might be putting so much reliance on them, and that is not how it's supposed to be. When you trust God, when you put your mind on God, He gives you the bigger picture. Okay? So don't put Him in a box. No. If you try to put God in a box, you are the one that is going to end up being boxed. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that these points that I've mentioned and these methods would be helpful to somebody. And yes, if you find yourself always telling yourself you can't, or you're always limiting yourself, or you're always holding yourself back from doing things because of certain reasons, I hope that you really find this helpful and you take these points down and work on them. If you found this helpful, I'd like you to leave a comment. If you have other methods to overcome self-limitation, I'd like you to leave it so that we can all learn together. Like I said, I'm still learning. And then you can go back to watch my video on how to stop being stingy. Apparently, many people have found this helpful, and I'm so glad that they do. So I'm going to leave the video at the end screen of this video. So please, you can watch. I'm also going to leave the link in the description below. I'd like you to please like this video, turn on all notifications, and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel so that my videos can get recommended. I believe my videos are very helpful and they're very impactful. So please don't forget to share them. Until my next video, please do have a good time and keep bossing. Bye.